going on, everybody? Welcome on this Thursday, July 6th, 8:03 p.m. I'm your host, Steve. I'll be honest, I was watching The Lincoln Lawyer, right? And I made it through. The second season is on. So I made it through like the first 4.5 minutes, and then I fell asleep. So I didn't really have time to do it. That's how much I've been working lately and doing schoolwork and all that stuff. And I'm not even close to being done. So you know how I was coming back from my vacation, like after a day while my family stays there and basking in the sun? Well, now I'm going to have to leave first thing on Sunday because I didn't finish all the shit that I have to do by Sunday night. So yeah, it's fun. But yeah, man, it's been interesting. I haven't really, plotted out a show. Like, I know it may not seem like I do, but I typically plan out a whole show on what I'm going to talk about. Today I didn't really, because well, it's more of the same. Like, you have the news that I already reported, because and that's the whole I told you so thing, because I mean, it's pretty hard, I don't want to pat myself on the back too damn hard, but it's pretty hard being as good as I am at my job. I'll be honest with you. Thank you, to our connections like Roz Alerts and all these, we're able to break news quite a bit quicker than everybody else. And when people say, oh, no, it's not found, or they share pictures of old hazmat operations or old hazmat trainings in front of the White House and try to pass them off as true, we know they're not, because, well, we have inside information. So you may have heard the latest update is Karine Jean-Pierre yesterday. She lied through her teeth. She was saying that the cocaine that was discovered inside the White House, as we said, was in a heavily traveled area that the general public had access to, and that it could have been anybody's. And she's not really concerned. But then today, news broke, and if you go back and watch our live coverage of the event, the incident, let's call it the cocaine incident, we were like a drug sniffing dog on that one, right? Because we figured out right away where the drugs were dropped, how it was dropped. Well, we did pretty good there. Mainstream media didn't find. What is today anyway? Thursday. I already said that. So it took them 5 days to actually start reporting the truth. And now you hear that the Capitol Police and the Secret Service and law enforcement sources that are not willing to come forward publicly are now saying that they don't believe they're ever going to be able to catch who dropped the cocaine in the White House. In the most secure building in all of America, they don't have enough camera angles to see who dropped that cocaine in the White House, which is the craziest shit you've ever heard in your life. Because damn well they knew who it was before the hazmat team even came in there. And then they called the hazmat team because one uniformed Secret Service agent was like, oh, shit, white powder. He did the right thing, right? And damn well his supervisor's probably been fired now, and everybody's been fired, and they're all trying to figure out how they can not blame this on who we all believe it is. And I know there's a lot of videos that are going out that show Hunter Biden seemingly doing like single shot, or I'm not familiar with the cocaine lingo, like one shot, or right, you keep seeing it all on social media where he's just wiping his nose a lot. And hey, it could be sinuses. You guys see me wiping my nose a lot during this show, and it's not because I have a coke habit, a well-documented one like Hunter Biden. No, it's because I have sinuses, and there's so many allergens in the state of Virginia that we are constantly sneezing or snotting or coughing or eyes puffy in this house. It's unbelievable. But yeah, so when nobody, a bump. No, they weren't saying a bump. It was like a speed, not a speedball. I don't know what it is. Lee said, like we said, if they don't know who it is, then it's 100% hunters. Yeah, I would be inclined to agree with that. If they're not going to publicly tell you who it is, like, I mean, they could release a photo, at least with remember the bombings that took place, or the attempted bombings, the pipe bombs that were planted at the Republican and Democrat committee headquarters in Washington, D.C. Remember those? And they had camera angles and all the fancy ass cameras that they had in Washington, D.C. They still don't know who planted those bombs. I don't like to get too conspiratorial. I believe they 100% do know who planted those pipe bombs, and they've just decided that they're not going to pursue it. Because keep in mind what they actually did that day is they got AT&T and Verizon and all the other cell phone providers to provide them with every single phone number that was in that area. Not only that, they also got every credit card provider, most of them, not everyone. Let's be, honest here. Got most of the big ones like Bank of America and Chase to give them everybody who made a transaction within the DC metro area within 48 hours leading up to January 6th. But you're telling me they haven't been able to track all that? They can find hidden camera angles of a guy that's partially standing on grass in front of the Capitol and sit outside his house with a SWAT team for 3.5 weeks, like they did with that fella up in Baltimore or Buffalo, sit outside with a surveillance team with the FBI for 3 weeks to charge him with 2 misdemeanor charges, but they can't figure out who did it. Come on. We all know that this is a clear cover-up. Even some of the Democrats, that the most vocal Democrat social media commentators that you can imagine, the ones that you literally feel a little bit like vomiting when you read their posts, even they are starting to be like, you know what? This is pretty bad. But they're not, they're saying it's also just not that big of a deal. To me, the fact that, and they're like, well, it's just a little coke. And I would be inclined to agree with that premise, except for this is the White House. Okay? This is the White House, the most secure building. We don't want people in the White House doing coke and making policy decisions for the American public. I'll be honest, maybe you guys do, but I don't. I don't want people in the way. I don't care who it is. I don't care what administration is there. You know damn well if the Trump administration was still in office, guess what would happen? This would be a never-ending story. CNN would have people camped out of it. They would already have a visitor list because you know damn well everybody that was in the White House that day. You know how many times I said damn well during the show so far, but let's add more. You know how damn well that the media would already have the visitors list of every single person that entered the Capitol that day. And if they were able to track those people and every single movement they did, I bet they have hidden cameras in the White House bathrooms. I bet you can't get away with pulling a wedgie in that place without it being seen live by 15 Social Security. That too. Well, maybe that's why. Maybe it was one of their new 87,000 IRS agents that came in there. Because, they're going to need a little upper to keep themselves awake while they go after all the regular American taxpayers. But anyway, just like Kate said, they already know who dropped it. I know with 100% certainty, they already know who dropped it. They've already, if it's not Hunter Biden, then they've already dealt with it. They've already figured out some way to smooth it over. I just hope mainstream media and all the people that go to the White House press conferences are not going to be little patsies and not answer the question. But it also begs the question every single time there's some sort of negative publicity about Biden, something horrible happens in America. It's like clockwork. It happens all the time, and it takes the attention off of whatever Biden's doing. Like today, take, for example, this new ADP jobs number that came out today, shattering expectations. They were thinking they were going to add 220,000 jobs in June. No, they added like 487,000 jobs. Massive growth in leisure and hospitality, added 238,000 jobs. Now, you could consider some of that seasonal because, 4th of July and travel and all that. But transportation also saw a massive bump, transportation and trades of 90,000 jobs. Interestingly, though, manufacturing laid off 48,000 people in the month of June. Construction laid off, I think it was 20,000 people in the month of June. Those are some big numbers. But of course, Biden, now, he's running around chanting about Biden economics, hoping that the American public doesn't realize that the collateral consequence of his action is the price we pay at the pump. And granted, the price of eggs is down. I'm surprised he didn't say, you guys complained about the price of eggs, and now the price of eggs is lower. My wife said the other day for 18 eggs, she paid like $1.80 something. And I said it was probably a glitch, but we'll take it. And so we have a lot of eggs in our house. But it's pretty crazy. It's pretty insane when you think about everything that's happening. And you guys know just from watching this show and just paying attention to current events that literally every single time there's something bad that happens, that could perceived as bad with the White House, something tragic or something happens outside of the space, like a raid on Mar-a-Lago or an indictment of Donald Trump in New York, or when there's another thing, a federal indictment, or tomorrow they'll probably announce additional charges on Donald Trump, because then it will change everything that's going on again. And it'll keep on. Someone said he said zero inflation in July. Sorry, Joe. It was only still June. Not many people got that part, but I did. Yeah, he doesn't understand what zero inflation is when we're still sitting. And I don't know if new inflation numbers, let me see. Because I don't think new inflation numbers, and I'll be honest, I didn't watch his speech today because I can't stand him at all. But inflation, what is, you said June, right? Fed's worried about slow inflation progress at June. Fed's June pause is going to be a mistake, economist says. Bob. So consumer price index was released June 13th, so it hasn't even come out yet. June 13th. So we're gonna hear July, and I don't know why. So they're saying unadjusted, so 4% for all items. So why are they saying it went down? Because it didn't go down. It didn't go down at all. I am confused. So the CPI is sitting at 4%. So when he says 0% interest, he's trying to say that they're predicting that the June numbers are going to be, or they didn't rise, but they did, because it was 3.5 or something, wasn't it? Let me see here. Consumer price index for all urban consumers rose 0.1% in May on a seasonally adjusted basis after increasing 0.4% in April. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported today over the last 12 months, and the all items index increased 4% before seasonal adjustment. So that means when he says 0%, he's flat out lying. He's comparing month to month because he knows that the general public doesn't pay attention to inflation numbers, and that when they do it, like literally from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, when they report it on an annual basis, which we're sitting 4% higher than what we paid for items across the board. Like for food, we're 6.7% higher. For food at home, 5.8. For food away, like the food you buy at McDonald's or Burger King. Mind you, we had Burger King last week because my wife was gone. Oh, it tasted delicious. But that was good. Energy is down. Inflation over the year, 11%. What is this? Energy commodities. We know the gas price is down. Still higher than what it was when he took office, but it's down quite a bit. I think 88 cents or some shit like that over the past year. And what big numbers? Transportation services, that's up 10%. All items less food and energy is 5.3% year over year. So, I mean, these are still crazy numbers. And Joe Biden will get out there and say that, oh, price is real, low, or inflation, we're finally figuring it out, or inflation has plateaued, or we have 0% inflation, which is false. When he says zero, he's just comparing to last month, and even that isn't correct. I think what he's probably trying to do, he's taken away food and energy because those are the most volatile ones there, and then trying to say we saw a 0% raise, which is not true. Well, yeah, it is, because you have 3% interest year over year from November. So May 2023, you have 0.4, so 4% interest. So, or 4% inflation, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Anyway, but that's just how it is. McDonald's cost was $12 to $14. Now it's $20 to $22 for two people. I don't know. But the price just keeps going up, and he's going around chanting about what a good guy he is, saying that Biden economics. Now you guys are making me want to watch his speech today. Should we do live reaction to his speech? How many of you guys watch Biden's speech today? Maybe I should just play Biden's speech. I bet my views would drop if I did that, but maybe I should, Maybe I should. What is it? Where is it? Let me see. President Biden delivers remarks on Biden economics. It's 28 minutes long. Holy shit! All right, oh wait, that's not all him. Let's bottom up. Everybody does. Let's hear. Yeah, live reaction. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Tell you what. No, I won't do that because it's stupid. And you know what the funny thing is, if we were back in 2020 and Biden was giving, or in Donald Trump at that point was giving a speech, there would already be a fact check on CNN. Daniel Dale would have been feverishly typing, doing a fact check to try to figure out everything he said is false. But you don't see any fact checks of Joe Biden, which is really quite impressive because it just shows their bias. It really does. See, I almost played the Joe Biden thing. I don't want to listen to it. If I didn't mind listening to it, then I would just play it because I know it would be funny. But I don't want to listen to it either. I'm in a relatively good mood now. I took a nap. Look at that CNN headline. Americans say they need $230,000 a year to feel financially secure. And what? More than 2,500 U.S. adults said they need to earn, on average, $233,000 a year to feel financially secure, and $483,000 annually to feel rich or attain financial freedom, according to a new survey from Bankrate. For comparison's sake, the median earnings for a full-time year-round worker in 2021 were $56,000. Of course, there's no objective right answer to these questions, what it takes for a person to be happy. And then it goes on to, fucking A, really? Is that this? They should have included ages. They should have included ages, because I bet those 2,500 U.S. adults said they would need to earn on average $233,000 a year. I bet they're all millennials or young. No, what is the, because technically I'm a millennial. What's the one before us now, or the ones that are younger than us? Whatever. The stupid ass little kids that don't like hold jobs or anything like that. What are they called again? But I bet that's who it is. Thomas said, "Give me $250,000, I'll own the world." Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. Because sometimes it's funny, because I see, like, I'll be honest, every now and then I kick myself in the ass. Today was one of those days, this afternoon, because I see some of these other jobs. And I saw a guy that I saw at a conference 3 years ago. I was at a conference in Chicago about transportation and supply chain. And I saw him. He was just a sales guy, just working hard, just an average guy, though, nothing special, not a special background, anything else like that. And then I was just looking on LinkedIn, and I found him on LinkedIn, or we were still connections. And the dude's the chief revenue officer for a big fucking tech company. And he's probably making like 7-8 times the amount I am. And I'm like, I should just fucking stop doing this, which I feel a calling to do, and just go and, especially while I'm in school, how much easier it would be just to have a regular 9 to 5, just take some fancy job as a chief revenue officer. Oh God. $233,000 a year. Can you imagine if that's what you say to feel financially secure? I don't need a fraction of that. $100,000 a year and I'm financially secure. But shit, $60,000 a year and I'm financially secure, as long as I know those paychecks are coming in daily or weekly, whatever. But man, it's crazy. People are nuts. But yeah, that's Biden economics for you right there. That's the problem. These are the same people that want free student loans. Do you understand? Like, all these people that feel like, oh, we'd be financially secure if we had $233,000 a year salaries. Do you understand that? It's just like that lady from California who was a state rep, and then she lost her re-election, and she was complaining about the fact that she has $280,000 in student loans and she can't pay them and all this stuff. And then I quickly pointed out that she bought a $1.3 million mansion in Bedford, New York, one of the most prestigious places. Hey, and I know I was hanging out in Bedford like 2 months ago, and then I was hanging out in Bedford like 2 months before that because we've got friends that live there. I pull up in my beat up old Chevy Malibu. Everyone else, they had valet, they had fucking Porsches that are worth more than my life. Like, you know, it was fun. I mean, they're really nice people, you know, but man, that area has a lot of money. And I wonder how many of them sit around complaining that they can't pay their student loans. I don't think they can. You know what's really funny is I sat, and maybe it was just a group of all the people that I worked with or that I was there with, you know, because there's a lot of conservatives, a lot of people that have the same, like, you know, like Trump supporters. And these are like super rich people, all our age, or my age, but super rich, like way more money than I could ever imagine. Like, for example, one of them is building an addition onto his house that is about 17 times my house, and that's their bathhouse. I'm not even kidding, and that's the truth. But it's crazy. It's crazy. And they do well. They work hard. They play hard. Like, we're sitting down and someone's on the phone with their travel agent because they're booking. They heard one of their favorite restaurants in some faraway fucking country is closing. They literally, while my wife and I are sitting there, you know, trying to also manage how we're going to pay all the bills for the next month. They're sitting there booking first class flights to go eat at a restaurant before it shuts down in Copenhagen. I'm not even kidding you. That's how rich these people were. But you know what? Again, super nice people. Like, and very down to earth politically. Like, that's the funniest part. There wasn't any crazy, well, last year there was some crazy lefties that were, you know, Richie higher than, you know, we're better than everyone kind of attitudes. But at this event, no, they were all just down to earth, regular people, care about our country. You know, it's just weird. It's weird because we're taught that we have to vilify, or we're supposed to hate them, right? We're supposed to hate the people that are doing well in their lives. That's what the Bidens say, you know, that conservatives, we all give tax breaks to the rich and we need to tax them more. Isn't it weird, dude? Like, the working class is behind conservatives, right? Has conservative ideals, right? The people that work every day, the people that don't go out and do all these stupid protests, the people that actually care about succeeding in life, the people without pronouns, right? There's a lot of us that don't have pronouns in our bios. That's a new thing LinkedIn does, because I don't use LinkedIn that much, but I'm starting to. And I see people have pronouns on LinkedIn. And it prompted me. It's like, do you want to enter your pronouns? And I wanted to be like, fuck you as my pronouns. But no, I don't put pronouns on shit. You know why? Because it's pretty obvious. I got a beard, a deep voice, I'm big as fuck, and I'll beat the shit out of you. Like, if you question what I am. Oh, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I'll be honest, because like, I'm thinking about doing a powerlifting competition, which I'm going to have to travel for probably. And I fairly 115% certain I tore my pec like a month and a half ago, and now I have a tremendous amount of shoulder pain. That's why, like, if you see my face is a little bit chubbier because I can't work out. So I'm going like twice a week and doing light workouts, but my chest is really bad. Like, the whole pack underneath here, everything, it's all it's bad. But I'm hoping that I can recover and I still can put up weight. Like, I put up 360 the other day, but then I couldn't move my arm for 3 days because it's all connected. Did you know that the pectoral muscle literally connects right to the bone inside your bicep? Or not in your bone, you know, but the bone there. Isn't that fucking weird? Because I looked it up. I'm like, oh my God. I was pretty miserable, I'll be honest. Like, even the little guy would like jump on me and he would like just touch my chest. Obviously, I can push now. I feel it, but it's not like it was before. Anyway, but I'm thinking about doing a powerlifting competition in like October or November, and I'm going to have to travel for it. But I was looking, because they don't have one in Virginia. But I was looking to see what the state records are, because as long as you have someone that's a nationally certified ref, or like, yeah, ref, they can certify my record here in the state of Virginia. So I'm going to break all the Virginia records because that's what I want to do. And then next year, I don't know where it's going to be, but on the day I turn 40, I will be doing a powerlifting championship, because at that point, I will be a world record power lifter, world record, world. Okay, not just competing in the world championships like I did in 2019. No, but I'll actually get a record. So I'm excited about that. But someone said, I retired from insurance where my highest year was $120,000, commission only job. Yeah. If I told you what kind of job, do you know that? So oh yeah, that's 120,000. Literally like 4 months ago, I turned down $120,000 a year job. Yeah, I would have had to move, but I told you guys kind of about it. I didn't tell you who it was with, but it was because I had to think about it. I had to think about it because I'm like, this is a very big opportunity, and I decided, nope, I have to keep doing this. I committed. But yeah, my last like regular job was well into the six figures. But then you do this stuff, and you just talk and you sell coffee and you talk about politics, and you hope that someone out there is listening. And I know you guys are. I know people are listening, and I know people share it. It's one of the coolest things when I'm on Twitter and then I go to see who's mentioning me, and people are like, Steve Oatley talked about this like 5 weeks ago. Why are you just talking about it now? Like whenever John Sullivan comes up, they're like, you should talk to Steve Oatley. He's an expert. Which is cool. It means that so many people that watch the show know, and I don't know. It's a love-hate relationship between me and doing this job. But what I was going to say with the powerlifting thing is I was like, I could be a world champion right now if I change my gender, because I literally work out with more than the heaviest, I think, world deadlift is for my weight class for female. And that would be a huge lady too. Can you imagine if I changed my name to Stephanie and just assume I wouldn't shave my beard or goatee now, but just go out in there and be like, hey, and just, you have to acknowledge, you have to accept it, right? Isn't that what it is now? You can't question it. What if I identify for a day as a girl and want to go break the world championship powerlifting records? Is that wrong? And I know it's been done, but whatever. Mima said, I'm thrilled to be retired. Insurance companies are so corrupt. Do a search, top 10 worst insurance companies. You will be surprised about your own insurer. It's funny because I was talking to you the other day, and I reached out to some insurance people that I know in the industry, and they're like, don't, because I was thinking about doing that. It's like a part-time thing while I'm doing the bus and all that, just extra money coming in. And then they literally like, don't do it, Steve. And it wasn't because like I wouldn't be successful. They were saying don't do it because they were worried that I would learn about the industry and then destroy it through social media. And they were like, no, Steve, you're not going to want to do it. Don't do it. You'll hate it, is what they all said. But it's funny. Someone said just have your wife pluck your eyebrows and get some mascara. Boom, you're a lady. No, my eyebrows are great and nice and bushy. I got to shave my eyebrows every time I shave my head. No joke. But yeah, some of the other news, everybody's outraged because they don't understand how a business is allowed to have trade secrets, right? So you see this for anyone that didn't know, Instagram, or what is it, Threads? So the Facebook Meta, which is Facebook, in their partner Instagram, which is the same company, they've now released something, but they tie it to Instagram and not to Facebook. It's weird. But they've launched the new, what they're dubbing the Twitter killer, which it fucking sucks. I signed up for Threads for the company page, and I wrote like, hey, this works or something like that, and never responded and never wrote anything. I haven't even logged back in. To be honest, I don't like the what is it, UI? I don't like how it feels or looks or anything. But anyway, it's making news because, for one, they had more accounts sign up than any other like platform ever, essentially. In the first 5 hours, they had 2 million people sign up. And they actually looked at the release and the beta releases of all the biggest name software, and there's never been a software that has ever come that close. So it leads me to the belief that a lot of people signed up because they thought it was going to be something other than Twitter, and it turns out it's literally just Twitter, which is stupid. Elon Musk is saying that a lot of the employees that he fired when he took over Twitter, that a lot of those employees now have gone over to work for Facebook and Meta, and that a lot of those people are working on this Twitter alternative, the Twitter killer program. So he tweeted out a letter that, or I don't know if he tweeted or someone got, the letter got out there that his lawyers sent to Facebook saying, hey, we know you hired people that worked on Twitter's UX. They had a, they have obligations to the company to not give our secrets to you. We know they had access to mobile device. They know they had access during the transition when they were laid off to our networks. And now we know that you've put out a program that's very similar to ours in a much, much faster time frame than when you when you thought. It wouldn't be hard for Elon Musk to prove that that the Threads platform is a direct copy of, because the people that are running the Threads platform pretty much all worked at Twitter. So it wouldn't be hard in a court of law. Would he actually get anything from it? Probably not. But is it an A for effort? Yeah. But someone said, what secrets HTML? No, there's all sorts of algorithms and everything that work on the back end. Hey, I'm not a tech guy, but I know if everything was just open source out there, then we would have so much more competition. Like, I was looking at this one freight tech company that's out there that's publicly traded somehow. They did a reverse merger back in 2021. Their stock is trading at like 90 cents per share, and I want to buy it so bad because I think like it lost 11 cents per share today. I'm not going to tell you what stock it is. You could find it. But it lost 11 cents today to close out at like 91. And my prediction is by next Tuesday, it's going to make like, 20, 25 cents positive in shares. And I'm like, man, I wish I had an extra 10 grand laying around so I can make an extra 2 or 3 grand that quick, because I've been watching it for the past week. So I could tell based on the history, whatever. But like that company has proprietary technology that's why they're being success. That's why they're so successful. That's why they went from being a nothing company to a multi-million-dollar company in such a short amount of time. Because in all reality, their marketing side sucks. I didn't even know about it until I saw a press release. But they've been in market now for 2 years. Their press, the reason why so many people are utilizing their software is because they're doing something nobody else can do. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. Katniss said, awesome news. You got your blood results from your oncologist are stable. Yay me. Congratulations. That's awesome. DFM said SPAC. No, it's not SPAC. No, it's an interesting company. They do cross-border stuff. DFM's in the freight business, and he's a smart fella. So they do cross-border stuff. Tell me if you can figure out who it is. But, and I think their gross revenue in 2022 was, I'll give you, I think it was between 25 and 30 million bucks. There you go. That's the only hint I'm giving you, DFM. What is DFM? Yeah, DFM. But then I was like, I wonder how much money it would take for me to do a hostile takeover of that company. Because they have 3.1 million shares out, but I know that's not how it works. But if I bought but they're only trading here's another one. They traded 1.2 million shares today. Yeah, I was like, it's interesting. Someone said no, not them either. No. Who's gonna do your freight broker school thing? Like teach it? No, it's not. That's not what it was going to be. So what I was going to do, Matt, I may still do it depending on what I end up doing in the next couple of weeks. Because I was just talking to my wife and I'm like, maybe I should just go to school and not do any shows at all and just do the coffee. So like go to school, coffee, and just get like a regular 9 to 5 and just make a shit ton of money. You know what I mean? Fuck the bus driving. My bus doesn't have AC. You know how bad that is? And I only was in it for 20 minutes yesterday. This morning I'm driving on my route. It's like through fucking back alleys and shit. I'm like, this is gonna suck. But no, I'll be honest. What I was thinking about doing is once I saw that guy is now chief revenue officer, I'm like, fuck, I gotta put my resume back together. Because I know he's probably making 150, 200 grand a year. You know, when you meet that person, Matt, and everybody that's worked in sales before, you know, when you meet someone and they just don't got it. He's one of those people. He just doesn't got it, but he's in a high job because he talked his way into it. Someone said you'd be too bored if you did no shows. No, I would do shows, but probably just logistics related stuff. Because I'll be honest, I'm digging into logistics stuff. And because it's so fun. Like that industry is literally a fun industry. Like when you're actually in it, like the idea of what I used to really like is reverse logistics. So when a product is returned to a store, what happens to it after, like the actual processes to get it out and to auction it off and to do whatever they do. I really like that. But it's yeah, I'm a nerd when I used to say I was a logistics nerd. Now I say logistics guru. But no, my idea for like the training thing was just completely free. It wouldn't cost shit. But basically, and Matt, you can do it now if you want and jump on with Capacity today. Because all I want to do is I want to write articles pertaining to what the job descriptions or like how you look at what a job description is for a truck driver, an over-the-road driver, and then this is what it's really like. Or a freight dispatcher or a carrier sales rep or a freight forward or anything in the logistics industry. And then you take their job description and you say, okay, this is really a day in the life. And then I would like to do like video content where you're going to different businesses and highlighting the businesses and what they actually do. Because you know how everybody understands trucks haul freight, right? But you don't understand how much goes into just that truck before what is going on before that truck even hits the dock. Do you know what I mean? And it's cool. Someone said, come work for Expeditors and you won't ever want to. Yeah, but see, that's the problem because that's one of the jobs that I did look at is doing the Expediter stuff because I'm like, I have a Class B CDL. I can go out and drive one of those big, 80,000 pound straight trucks with a sleeper on it, do all my schoolwork, just, bounce around the country, come back every couple of weeks and see my wife and kids, do content from the road. But I can't because none of those fucking jobs will hire me. So I tried. If any of you guys got one of those sleeper straight trucks and you want a driver, well, holla at your boy. But you got to allow me to do live streams because I'll live stream that bitch 24/7. But I'll never own another trucking company. I'll never do it ever. But yeah, it's but I wanted to do that because I thought it'd be fun. Plus, I'd make more money than driving a fucking school bus. I got a raise. Isn't that nice? I still don't even make $20 an hour with a Class B. Stupid. Anyway, Mary said, you still making me laugh with the Brooks trial. You are a trip. I know. That's the whole reason I never nuked the Darrell Brooks trials on Facebook. So many people watch that every day. So many people, I get comments. And so like, and it's weird because I'm not making sales or anything like that because I could see where all the sales are coming from on the coffee side. But I'm getting like, and all the videos have been, I don't make any money off those videos anymore because all the news stations, claim the video and there's nothing. I could fight it all one by one, but there's like 50 claims per video. But no joke, I get probably between 20 and 100 new comments every day on those Darrell Brooks trials. every day. But 360 Steven said earlier today, I watched the interviews you did for Freight Waves. They were cool. I didn't know those were even out there. Oh, that was with the old shutdowns, right? Or yeah, I think I did a couple of them where I was on the telly. I was on the telly. Let me see. Oh, look at this. Who's this fucking guy? Look at this badass right here. Look at that. Who's that? Who's that handsome fella?
You were an agent.
I was.
For
that's me way back. Look at this, dude. 1,000 views? What the fuck? This should have like 1 million views. Look at the comments. Someone said, "Can I buy FreightWaves stock?" Someone said, "Steve Ho Chi Minh Oatly live on FreightWaves." What the fuck does that mean? Someone else said, "Great move. Steven has been a straight shooter on all the shows I watch on YouTube." This was 3 years ago. Look, oh my God. Then I got involved in politics and got fucking stupid. Here's another one. Is this me as well?
I agree with you. I think a lot of competitors.
What was going on the entire time?
Oh yeah, there's it. Look at this one's got a little bit more. No comments on me. I haven't watched these in a long time. That's funny. But yeah, there's a couple. There's a couple. Back when I was an executive. I still have that watch too. Matter of fact, look at that. See the watch I'm wearing right there? See that watch? What's this? This is what it used to be expensive. Now it's like fucking worth shit. I think I paid $600 for it when the smartwatches first came out. Now it's worth like nothing. But that was I like that job, but I was so out of my league there. I'll be honest with you. I was out of my league at that place. It was literally everybody. Everybody was the smart. They were the smartest. Everyone had like PhDs and shit. You know what I mean? And here I come walking in. I'm like, who wants to talk about trucking? They're like, whoa, sir. We're going to look at the statistics and the analytics around the freight rates. And I'm like, dude, nah, that's not what you do. All right. First, you get a carrier on the phone. He tells you how much you're going to offer, or he could do it for you. Undercut him $50. You sell that fucking load. They're like, no. Yeah, they didn't. Oh, I couldn't cuss at all on that show. I actually cuss way more than I used to do. But yeah, someone said I still hate that dude. Craig Fuller? No, dude. He's one of the smartest people I know. A business genius. That guy's a business genius. You know, if I ever had a surplus of money, I would give it to him to have him invest in shit. I was looking at another company the other day and I'm like, they have a good idea, but their platform sucks and the way they're building it off of sucks. And then, so of course I do the reverse shit I do. And then guess what? I find out someone else is an angel investor for that company. I'm like, fuck you. That's what happens when you have money. See, great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. But yeah. Someday. But yeah, all of this, now it really has me going. You know, now I'm like, damn. I look small as fuck then too, don't I? Let's look at the comparison again. Look, I look small. I look relaxed. Those seats were not that comfortable. I don't look that small. He looks small compared to me. I look big. But yeah. And you know, you can't see my desk here, but I had a desk like back in. Sorry, Craig, I did a bad photo. I sat like back here. I had the whole frame, but then again, I can't talk negative. And just full disclosure, even though I talk highly of them, it's because I think highly of them, but I can't talk negative about them. I'm like forbidden from doing so. But the good thing is when I left that company, they allowed me to continue growing Freight Broker Live and doing all that stuff. And they could have fought me over it. I would have fought them, but they could have fought me over it, made it a lot harder. So everyone there, they're all even their podcasts, even though I don't like the tone of some of the conversations or the fact that some of them try to represent something that they're not, they're still all incredible at what they do over there. You know, they really are. Everybody, from the people that run the podcast, the TV people that they have on there doing their shows and all that stuff, they're very good. Let me see if I can find oh God, I bet I can't. I did one where I did a live report from the Celadon, I think it was Celadon shutting down in Arkansas. We drove down there. Oh, can I find that? Hold on. That's the point where they realized that I was not very good. Let me see if I can't find this live report. If they have one. It was such a bad. No, that's not it. I can't. I did a live report, what they call like a news hit. Oh my god, it was, it was the worst one. They literally had to have me record it about 17 times because I couldn't remember the script or anything like that. It was so bad. I can't find it. It was funny. Damn, bro. Some of these there's a lot of old videos. It's funny. Someone said, do you guys think the video hunter is doing a bump? I don't know. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? You know what I care about? You guys drinking some amazing coffee and possibly getting some gift certificates or the cans. As you can see right here, the link that I just put in the chat. If you go over to coffeecanman.com through that link, or you can search special offer, tons of giveaways in like your search bar. But we have, I don't know how many we've sold thus far, but you can see I still got a bunch more behind me. We've got a bunch of these ones. We put single cans in boxes with gift cards and custom wrap some coffee. And this is the Maga Mocha coffee inside it, but I custom made the label. So it says, holy shit, you won 250 blend. Or holy shit, you won 100 blend, or the holy shit, you won 500 blend. And these are credits to the store, which is pretty awesome. We did one bag that has 500, and it's literally this label on a bag of coffee. It's Awake Not Woke. And then a bunch of these cans. We did a bunch of the double can, single can. Plus, there's also, I don't know, I think I did 6 Visa gift cards as well, ranging from 25 to $100. And I threw those in because, one, I want to get rid of all the surplus of coffee. And it's not old. We roasted it 2 weeks ago. I just ordered too much, more than we sold. So you can get that now. Everyone that ordered it yesterday, it shipped already. Everybody that ordered today or tonight, it'll ship tomorrow morning. And I have plenty. I mean, I've got, of the single cans, I've got a lot. So you can order a lot of the single cans. I got a lot of them, or the double cans, or the white boxes there. I think I got maybe a couple of 5, 6 of those. And then the double bags, I got like 12 or so of those. And it's all whole bean or ground. You don't know which one it is. But because I don't remember, you could shake the cans, and if the cans sound like this, then it's whole bean. And if it sounds like then it's it's fucking ground. But it wouldn't sound like that. But yeah, it's a creative way. And I don't know if anyone that of the 9 I think I shipped today, I don't know if any of those, the 9 orders, a lot of people doubled up, and I didn't plan that when I was doing it, and I don't have any boxes bigger. So when they come to you, if you ordered like 2 of the singles or 2 of the doubles, you're gonna see your boxes have a shit ton of tape on them because they're already sealed there. So I'm not going to open them because then I know who won. So I just taped the boxes together and slapped a shipping label on it. So, but yeah, we have a lot. And if you order a bunch, like I have the big medium boxes up there, the flat rate. So if you order 5 or 6, it's about the same thing. Someone said, do I use a regular razor? No, I don't bick my head. My wife says I get, crazy when I bick my head. So no, I don't bick it. I just do the lowest number on the razor. So because I have to, because see this, I'm getting old, bro. I'm getting old. I could be like my dad and freaking do the comb overs. Not doing that though. But yep. So again, tomorrow night, I'll probably still do a show, even though I probably shouldn't because we're driving to Jersey the next day. But whatever. I'll probably do a show tomorrow night, or maybe I'll do one during the day. Tomorrow during the day, I got to work on a lot of homework. I got to run to the warehouse, and I have to go to the gym. I got to try to do arms before. But yeah. Someone said OFC is not the way to go. I've been trying, dude. Don't know what you're talking. Bobby said you're stocking up just to be safe. No, I don't think I'm gonna do the beard. My wife, fucking A, bro. Because she always complains about the beard. And then the other day, I'm like, so do you like the goatee? Because I'm thinking about just keeping the goatee instead of bringing the beard. She's like, well, I like the beard. I'm like, you fucking asshole. Because you always complained about the beard all the time. But yeah. So it should be fun. And then all next week, I'll be here and I'll be by myself. So I'll probably do shows. I don't know if they're going to be at 8 o'clock, though, because I got to get up early doing the summer school run. So I may do them a little bit earlier, like 6 o'clock or something. I'm not quite sure. And they'll be Monday through Thursday next week, not Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, because we'll be back. But then I'll be back on Monday because the kids are gone. They're staying after vacation week. They're staying with the in-laws. And then my wife has another teacher conference that she's going to. So I'm essentially spending 2 weeks alone. Yeah. But yep. Someone said, stop saying woe is me and do it. What are you talking about, bro? I don't know who's Mike, are you talking to me in your chat? You say leeching? Is he talking to me? Or is he talking to somebody else? I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But you're being weird. Mike Wilson is just saying, he's saying something like, don't say woe is me and go get a job or something like that. I guess he's talking to somebody else. I'm confused. I'm like, motherfucker, this is my job. This is what I'm doing. Someone said he said, why? Oh, so Andrew, gotcha. He's talking. See, that's the hard part. You could see on the chat. It's hard to tell. You know what I'm not seeing is Facebook comments. Oh, there we are. We're just not a lot of people are watching on Facebook. And I've also been neglecting Rumble. I should go over to Rumble real quick and say hi to the people that are watching. See, that's the hard part. You can see on the chat. It's hard. But yeah, there's Rumble. That crap was so real. We heard it from you Sunday evening. Oh, the Coke. Yeah, you did. Anyway, there's a link for you guys on Rumble. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to your chat. I wish Rumble, like if any of the folks at Rumble are watching, I wish you could get a direct integration with Restream, because that's what I have. Even Kick shows up here, except I don't think we're live to Kick maybe today. I don't know. Kate said, Steve, you'll be at the shore last week of July. Yeah, no, I won't be there then. We'll be there. I'll be there next weekend. Well, this upcoming weekend, 2 days. And then the following Friday and Saturday. And then we leave on Saturday. And then I come back and just work in school. Just fun stuff. But I think that's going to do it. If you guys want to buy some coffee and also win a chance of getting some gift cards or any of that stuff, get over there to the store. We got plenty in stock, so you can order a bunch. The double bags are the best deal. You're essentially getting a 12-ounce bag of coffee for $12.50. Plus, you could potentially win a $500 credit to our store, or I think there's $200 Visa gift cards in those, and those are the black boxes. There's a couple of gray ones, but they're mostly black boxes. So who knows, because I don't know. But if I don't sell them and I run out of money, I'm going to open them up and take out the gift cards because I thought I would sell these a little bit quicker. And so I went out and spent like $500 in gift cards or $600 in gift cards. So anyway, there's a link in the chat. I will see all of you guys likely tomorrow night. Don't hold me to tomorrow, but likely tomorrow night. All right. Bye.